Celtic Badass of the Week showcases a person of Celtic heritage each week. Those who exemplify the give no shit attitude and come out on top. They may come from our past or our present, but rest assured they come from all walks of life and legend. They are men, women, even old ladies and pirate queens. Now you don't have to be a muscled up Celt in a fur kilt swinging a mighty sword. You can just be a 4'11" Welsh woman and suffragette who knows jujitsu. Now most of these badasses are all too real, and while some of these are only legend, they're badass legends. The only prerequisite is Celtic blood and badassedness. The severed head that killed the man who killed him? This week on Celtic Badass, we celebrate the badassery of a man who wouldn't even let a little thing like having his head cut off stop him from vanquishing his enemy. And why would you? The bastard cheated. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. In and around the year 892, Sigurd Eysteinsson, aka Sigurd the Mighty, was a Viking Earl who ruled the Orkney and Shetland Islands off the northern coast of Scotland. Allied with other Viking chieftains, he launched an invasion of the Scottish mainland, which conquered northern Scotland, overran Sutherland and Caithness, and asserted Viking control as far south as Moray. Now remember, Scotland, or the land of the Scots as it was called then, was a fledgling country. It had just been started. But it was ruled by those that had fought the Vikings head on, balls to the walls, as you would say. Well, Sigurd's exploits during that conquest earned him the epithet the Mighty from fellow Vikings, and I'm sure his enemies, but this badass story is not about him. He gained his earldom after the Viking king of a recently unified Norway sent Sigurd's brother, Olde Eysteinsson, to conquer the Shetland and Orkney Islands after they had become a refuge for Norwegian exiles. Nobody likes Norwegian exiles, from which they raided their homeland. These Norwegians are just a pain in the butt. Now during the conquest, Rogvold lost a son, so the king of Norway compensated him by giving him the islands and making him earl. Having interest elsewhere, Rogvold gave the islands and the title to his younger brother, Sigurd. Sigurd's bizarre end came when, during the course of his conquest of northern Scotland, he challenged a local chieftain and rumored badass, Mael Brigte, the bucktoothed, head of the Moradom, or king of Moray. He did it to a 40-man per side battle. Each of them were going to have 40 men and fight it out. However, Sigurd cheated, and he showed up with 80 men. Outnumbered, the Scots were defeated and massacred. And Sigurd, well, he personally beheaded Mael Brigte and took his head as a souvenir. Now, tying the defeated leader's head to his saddle as a trophy, Sigurd rounded up his men and rode back home to celebrate the victory. However, on the way back, as the severed head that was tied to the saddle bounced around, the bucktooth, which gave Mael Brigte his name, repeatedly cut Sigurd's leg, and because Mael Brigte was certain to have had bad oral hygiene, the cut became inflamed and infected. So much so that when the stubborn badass Sigurd refused to cut off the infected leg to even save his own life, well, he ended up dying of the infection before he could even make it back home to celebrate his victory. Imagine being so badass that you killed the man that killed you even after you died. Now that's badass.